What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Countdown Scouting Network. I'm your host, Joey Garcia, and today we've got another different setup. I apologize. I didn't realize how much natural light shines from behind me when I normally do this. So, uh, this is the best I can do for right now. I had to turn my desk and I had to rearrange a couple things. I also might be slightly quieter. It is in the morning and my wife is sleeping. So, this is going to be a short one. We're just going to go over a couple things I saw. Next time when we start doing these, it'll be on Monday. So, we're going to review, recap, go over a couple things I saw from the game, which was a Thursday game. We're going to start doing these on Mondays, starting next week, and we'll go over NFL news with it as well. So it won't just be the game recap, it'll be game recap and NFL news. But the only NFL news I really have, a couple other people have signed. Mercedes Lewis signs for his 18th season with I think he's with the Seahawks again. I don't remember where he went. I just know he's signed for his 18th season. So for a tight end, that's pretty crazy. And then Alvin Kamara finally got his suspension. It's a 3-game suspension. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it'd be 6 because Zeke got 6, even though that was domestic violence and this is just a random person. But I don't know. NFL's weird with that kind of stuff. So a 3-game suspension for Alvin Kamara. We're going to have Jamal Williams and Kendre Miller leading that backfield until he gets back. So that's not terrible. Let's get into this game news and let's talk about what we saw from a sloppy Hall of Fame game. I told you guys it was going to be sloppy. There were a bunch of penalties. Um, that's people going hard, people not knowing their plays, trying to make a play, that kind of stuff. There are a couple formational penalties. I'm sure that'll get right. That's again people not remembering these plays as longer plays than they were in college and everything like that. But DTR, Dorian Thompson Robinson, he flashed. He looked good. He didn't just look good. He looked athletic. He looked poised for the moment. He even went out there and made a block on a when a running back cut back and reversed field. He went out there, put his body on the line. You don't see a lot of quarterbacks doing that. He just seemed like he was loving the game, and that's what you want. He's a competitor who wanted to do anything to make his team win. Again, he went in and they were down 13-0 when he got into the game. So, or 13-7, excuse me. And he came back and led them to a 21-16 victory. The other quarterback that was in for Cleveland, Kellen Mond, did not look good. I thought he was traded to the Cleveland Browns, but he was cut. He's a third-round pick that was cut 2 years into his deal with the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know if he'll make the roster here. They've got Deshaun Watson. They had a draft pick in DTR. I believe it was a fifth-round pick, but they put a pick on him this year, so he has some capital to him. And they also have Josh Dobbs, who's going to be the backup quarterback. Um, I don't see a spot for Kellen Mond. Maybe he comes back on the practice squad, but I don't know. It doesn't look good for him. Another guy it does not look good for the Cleveland Browns organization is Anthony Schwartz, the speedster, the track star. He just doesn't look good. I mean, he didn't look good last year. He can't catch. Um, a great man once told me, and this was Big Cat from Part of My Take. It Wide receivers also have to be able to catch. It's not just speed. They have to be able to catch, and he can't do it. He doesn't know how to do it. He's a straight line speed guy. They tried to use him on a little jet sweep today, or yesterday, whenever the game was, and yeah, he fumbled the ball, and he got one pass for 7 yards, and then fumbled on that, and it's just, I think he's done. I don't see him making it through preseason. I'd be surprised if he made it through the end of preseason to final cuts. He might be cut here in a week, just so they can try to find some other people and make some plays with that. So, um, really, Demetric Felton looked good. He didn't look great, and he played deep into the game, which kind of worries me. But he showed a nice change of pace, running back, a running back that can catch, someone that can be that number 3 guy to Nick Chubb. I know they have Jerome Ford, and Jerome Ford didn't play a lick. He didn't even dress, which is perfect for Jerome Form. It means that they like him as RB2. They're comfortable with him. His roster spot is secured. So he'll play later on in preseason. Same as Nick Chubb, he'll probably play a couple series as well throughout the next 3 games. But yeah, Demetric Felton, he might be that RB3 over there. I know John Kelly or Joshua Kelly, John Kelly. I know John Kelly was getting a bulk of the early carries. I think he's fighting to make a spot, but that could be your 4 right there. I think that's your 4. I'd like that a lot actually, and I'd be very surprised if those weren't your 4, if all 4 didn't make it. Let's go over to the Jets. The Jets' first half defense looked like the number 4 defense in the league. I know that right now defense is ahead of offense. That's what they always say at the beginning of these preseason. When everyone's trying to learn the plays, it's easier for defense to learn the plays than offense to learn the plays. It's just a fact. Plus, they're not installing anything crazy right now. It's all vanilla defense. So they're flying around. They're being instinctual. So you would expect the defense to look good. That's why I was expecting a low-score game. But for the defense to look this good with their number 2s and number 3s in, yeah, they looked really, really good. I think the Jets are primed to be a great defense again this year, a top 5 defense again this year, because their number 2s and number 3s look crisp. They're flying around. And I was just very impressed. Xavier Gibson from Stephen F. Austin, the dude I was talking about, shifty return man. He got 1 return. Well, he got 1 punt return, dropped it. Luckily, it went out of bounds. They didn't turn it over. It was, again, I think it was jitters. He's never played he's never played in anything where more than 2,000 people are watching him. Now he's in Canton, Ohio, with all these NFL fans screaming on him. And it wasn't a full stadium or anything like that, but it was big, and you got people watching online. I'm sure he was jittery, but then he got a kick return, and he took it to the 50. He got them in field goal range before the half, and he looked explosive. That's exactly what I need from him if he's gonna make this Jets roster. He's got to make returns like that throughout the preseason. A couple other people. Israel Abanikanda, he looked good. He didn't look great, but again, blocking wasn't great. Blocking was actually kind of really concerning for the Jets. Zach Wilson looked fine. He didn't look great. Like everyone's saying, oh, he looks like he's taking steps up. He's really learning from Aaron Rodgers. Why? He didn't throw into triple coverage? He was looking downfield while he was scrambling instead of just going to run. Like, I don't really understand what everyone's talking about, saying that he did so great. He looked fine. He didn't look concerning. That's all I can give him. He didn't look concerning. I mean, he played, 20 snaps? Like, I don't understand how everyone's saying he's cured, he's cured. We'll see throughout these next couple weeks. But, yeah, he looked fine. He looked like a fine NFL rookie. Like, he looked like a rookie right now, which is fine. And again, back to Israel Abanikanda. He looked good. He did. He rushed that touchdown. He broke a few tackles. He was patient behind a line that did not block for him, man. They did not block for him. My man, Jason Brownlee, kind of got shut down. Again, that's what happens when you got Tim Boyle throwing you the ball. Shout out Tim Boyle for somehow still making millions of dollars. I don't know how he does it, but good for him. Chris Streveler also was the last quarterback to get in. Tim Boyle was getting in before you, and you just did not look good when you were throwing. I think he was 1 for 7 on his pass attempts for like 9 yards and an interception. That was disappointing because I really do like him. I don't think he's going to make the team, obviously. And then Trey Dean, again, the safety, undrafted free agent safety from Florida I was talking about. He was flying around out there, made 8 tackles. So he didn't make any pass deflections or anything like that, but he was flying downhill making tackles. So that's all I got for you guys today. I think we'll come back on, I don't know. I think we'll only have 2 videos next week, but then things are going to start rolling because we're getting into real games. College football is going to be coming back in a couple of weeks. So that's all I got for you guys. Have a good day. Hope you guys stay safe this weekend. Peace.